Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Channel ni nini na Kiswahili? Channel. So today is a story time. All work and no play makes Jal a dull boy. Yes. So my channel has some play sometimes, and the plays will come in form of my story times. So today's story is about how I started wearing glasses, because I wasn't wearing glasses in primary school. I started in high school. I was wearing in primary. No, I was not wearing glasses in primary school. Because, you see, in primary school, I used to sit at the front. So I never realized I had a problem with my eyes, because the teacher was here and I was here. I was those students who, when the teacher speaks, they just rain on you and you're like, okay, you're giving me notes. Okay, let's continue. I'm not soaking wet. It's okay, teacher. Continue. I'm not feeling the rain. Continue. So yeah, I was those students. I never sat at the front, apart from the first day I reported in primary school. I had to sit at the back because I was a new student. I had joined after everyone had joined. So before the teachers figured out where I would sit, and I didn't even have a desk, they just put me at the back so that they can figure out where to place me. So it didn't take a while before I was put at the front, because just because. So how I started wearing glasses is a very funny story that I don't know if my classmates remember, but the ones who are dear close to me, I think they remember, and I want to shout them out after I've finished. Now, the story of me joining high school. So first of all, I start back from primary. Now, before I joined high school, I had to first look for my calling letter from my primary school, because I was told I had already been called to Machakos Girls and I didn't receive my letter. So I was like, where's my letter? My whole family was struggling to look for it. Yet I think my primary school had misplaced it, or they didn't want to give it to me, or they wanted to sell it to someone else, like those two shenanigans where if you go to a good school, they want to use that opportunity to steal from you. But I'm not saying they stole from me. I really love that school. I'm just saying I didn't find my calling letter in time, and it was worrying us. So my sister had to look for a way to find my calling letter. So when we found it, it wasn't late per se, but it was a time when every student had already started reporting to school, and maybe I was still there looking for my calling letter. And I hadn't even started doing shopping. My sister wasn't sure if I'd go to that school. And yeah, we were still just confused, and we were waiting for that one letter so that we can have the go-ahead of what we are going to do next. So I found it eventually. We talked to the teachers there. They gave it to me. And now it was time to start going to school. So during the first week of January, there were students already reporting to Machakos Girls. Also the second week, and I think I went in on the third week. So meaning we have students who were there from the first week and the second week. Wenye washazoea shule.
They're like, huku ni home, si tushazoea, tumechill, tusha adapt to the environment. We know where the canteen is, we know where the hall is, we know everything.
Tusha just choose their position tunaka. We know who is who in the class. We have a class prefect. Like, everyone was set. Now, when I came to school, I was late, first of all, on reporting. Not like super late, but I was among the last students to report. So, meaning, when you're always the last people, you get the things that you do not desire, but you have to work with them. So, that first day I reached school, the first student I sat with is called Evelyn Waithera. I love that girl. She's one of the best people I've met. Her character is just amazing. So I sat with her because I didn't have a desk. The teacher was not there to give me directions where to get my locker, or where I can just get one just so that I can sit with. So I got a chair, and she welcomed me to sit next to her. And yeah, I sat there for, I think it was 2 days. I'm not sure. But I sat with her for a while, and the next day or the next week, the teacher came and showed me where to get my locker. It needed repair, so I had to look for the repairman in school to repair my locker. I needed to buy that kachapi for putting your padlock. I needed to buy it first so that guy can come and nail it on the locker ndio niweze kufunga vitabu zangu. So that was that was after I had been given my locker. So I was given my locker and I stayed with it for around a week, just searching for that guy to come and repair it. So meanwhile, after Waithera had already invited me to her space, I was grateful, and now I had to move somewhere else so that my locker can accommodate, because the class was already full. Like, everyone had their own locker in every row. So the first row had two is it row or column? I do not know. That line, the first one, was full. So I was seated with Waithera, me at the end, and then there was the other student with her locker. So I had to move back because everyone else was settled, so that I can fit my locker at the back, ndio ikuwe na space. So I moved to the back, and I guess I sat with one of my greatest friends. She's called Grace Mweu, and the other one was called Mercy Koki. So those two made me feel welcomed at the back because they were backbenchers and they were used to it. So I sat with them for a while. And then, girls with their shenanigans, after a while, their issues just started coming up in class. So before the issues started, I didn't know I have an eye problem until I noticed that I couldn't see some of the teacher's handwriting on the board. I guess the reason is because in primary we used to use chalkboards, and with a chalk you can't write small things. You're not holding a pen. Like, you have to write big words so that people can see. And actually I used to write on the board. Wow. I used to write morning work, assignments. I used to write compositions on the board. Like, I was in touch with the board. I was the board. And then I reached high school. I find we use whiteboard, which teachers have to use markers, which they can hold as pens, meaning the handwriting will be small. So I was seated at the back, and I'm like, hey, I can't even see what this teacher is writing. Let me just look at my friend's book, what they are writing. So I used to keep on referring to them. If I cannot see, I just ask them what is written there. They tell me. So I realized it's a problem, but for me, I was okay. See, I'm living. It's not like I'm dying if I cannot see the board. In fact, it's not even my problem. So I can just maneuver my way and just keep on asking my classmates and desk mates. So me, I was okay. I didn't even care I didn't even notice that I can't see. I didn't find myself as the problem, but of which I was not the problem. Everyone was the problem. So time passed after the first term. I'm not sure if it's after the first term, but after maybe, let's say, 4 weeks, maybe a month, now the issues in class started rising. Now, ladies wanted to feel like ladies. Everyone wanted to sit at the front. Why? I don't know. But they just wanted to sit at the front. People love sitting at the front. I don't know why. So everyone wanted to sit at the front. So the teacher started receiving cases of, oh, I can't see, me I can't hear. Some of the teachers, I want to sit at the front. Then the other one says, oh, teacher, me I have a problem, I can't sit near to the window, I have to sit at the front, but far to the window. I say, oh, teacher, me I can't even hear, I just want to sit at the front. And then the other one will come and say, kwani kila mtu anakaa mbele, pia mimi nataka kukaa mbele. Because, you're in high school and you're in a new territory. So you have new superpowers, let me say, to ask for what you want. And when people are given power, they tend to abuse it most of the time. So some of the students just wanted to sit at the front without any excuse. But there was one student who said they want to sit at the front because they cannot see. And it was true, because she was wearing glasses and she could not see. So as time progressed, she was moved at the front, and then things cooled down because it was the teacher's decision. And then later, people started feeling envious. They just, all of them want to move at the front. Oh, now everyone has an eye problem. They all want to move at the front. And then the teacher was like, okay, this case, I do not think I can handle. You write for me your issues and then I will choose who will sit at the front. That's what the teacher said. Write down your issue and send the letter to me. I will pick who will sit at the front. So, okay, that issue was settled. Everyone wrote what they wanted to write and sent to the teacher. So Omanga was there, back left, back right, not even caring. I was so happy. I am in high school. I didn't even mind that I could not see. So next Monday after assembly, the teacher came to class and then he's like, yes, I have chosen some of the people who will sit in front. If I call your name, you come, you move. No, he actually came with a bunch of nini. I'm not sure. My mind has a lot of memories. I don't know which one is which. So I think he came with numbers that people picked to choose where to sit. Something like that. And then the arrangement came out to be unfair because some of the people who were seated at the front had serious issues, but they were moved at the back. So his method didn't quite work because he didn't cater for the people who had real issues. So he had to revisit. So that was putting a lot of pressure on him because he's a male teacher. He doesn't know how to, I don't know if he knows how to deal with girls. But he was like, you people are giving me too much pressure. I think my class had so much pressure on people. Like by class, I mean the people who graduated in 2019. We really gave teachers stress. Like, wow, teachers really wanted us to leave that school. And they were like, you, go. I'm tusumbui hapa. So we started complaining about issues when we were in Form 1. And that problem never ended after Form 4. We just continued, and I think teachers were so relieved after we finished and went out. Anyways, so one Monday the teacher came and he's like, you guys are the ones to tell me who I'll put in front. So me, I'm there just chilling, looking at people. I'm usually never that loud. I'm more of an observer. So I'll just sit and listen to you people talk. If you need my input, I'll give you. If you don't, well and good. Or if I feel the need to talk, I will talk. So me, I was just there, minding my own business. I usually write things when things are being said at the front, and because I can listen to you and still do my things. But most people find that rude instead of appreciating that I'm a multitasker. Anyways, so the teacher asked the class, who do you guys want to sit at the front? So the class was quiet because everyone wants to say themselves, but the teacher wants all of us to in unity to say one person or two so that it can be fair. So Mimi, they are not minding other people's business, and then my desk mate Grace shouted, Omanga has to sit at the front because she can't see the board. Then the teacher was like, okay, Omanga, is that true? Omanga just said yes, because I mean it's true, but si ati nataka ikuwe issue. So that's how I ended up being moved, like not the front seats, but after the first 2 lines, I sat there, which is a bit better than being at the back. So that is how Grace saved me from my torture of having poor eyesight in high school. And the person I sat with is called Abigail Chapchumba. She's the only Kale in our class. And yeah, she turned out to be a very good friend of mine after that sitting position. And yeah, we grew together and we continued having fun, and class continued growing. And now the next time I went home, after we closed that term, I went home and just told my sister, you know what, Mimi, kuna vile I'm not sure if I can see the board, we should just go to Optica and see my situation, because I knew that position would not be permanent, because in my mind I'm always prepared. I know things are cyclical, they don't stay the same every time. So I had already seen that in the next class or the next term, when we come back, it will be the same cycle where everyone will choose a place that they want to sit, and I might not get the same place that I wanted to sit. So I was like, okay, let me just prepare myself for whatever will come so that I do not have to struggle with people when we open school again. Because I also know in Form 2, we'd have to do the same struggle. Like, people come to school earlier than others on opening day. They choose the front seat or a good seat that they want and they say, this is my seat. And sijui watu wanasema kutoka basi sio kurudi, kushuka basi sio kurudi, ukishuka basi urudi, kitu kaa hiyo. So they used to book seats in advance, and you'd find like a group of friends would book seats from like more than 10 seats for a group of friends, and you're like, okay, I wanted to sit there, but God has other plans. Let me just sit somewhere else that I did not want, but I won't die. I mean, I'm alive. So yeah, that was the situation, and I ended up getting glasses, and I was in Form 1, I think second term. And then there were big glasses, blue glasses. They were blue. I loved the color blue, so I chose blue glasses, and they looked really big. I don't even have pictures of them, but they looked really big. These are my 3rd glasses. Yes, since I started wearing glasses. And the journey has been tough. Wearing glasses is not fun, but people think it's fun. Actually, most of the students wanted to start wearing glasses because they thought I was joking. Why should I joke about not seeing? But anyways, that is the journey of me having to wear glasses when I was in high school. I will be hitting you up with story times once, not every time. So this is a serious channel. Do not expect story times every now and then. Anyways, bye bye. Comment what you like, and yeah, subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe. Please do not forget.